In today's important update, we're diving deep into what could be a game-changing development for millions of Americans living on Social Security. Whether you're a senior, a person with disabilities, or anyone receiving Social Security benefits, this might be the news you've been waiting for. There's new legislation being proposed that could bring a much-needed $200 per month boost to your benefit checks. Yes, a real raise that could make a difference for the rest of the year. So in this video, I'm going to break it all down for you. What's happening? What's this legislation all about? When might it happen? Who qualifies? And what can we expect going forward? Let's get into the full details of this exciting new proposal that could upgrade your Social Security benefits and provide a little more financial breathing room. Let's begin with the core of this proposal. It's called the Social Security Emergency Inflation Relief Act. And yes, that name might sound a little familiar. That's because it's based on an idea we've actually heard before. This bill was recently introduced by three key senators: Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, Senator Elizabeth Warren, Senator Ron Wyden. You might remember, this same trio proposed a very similar measure back in March of 2020, during the height of the pandemic. Back then, they wanted to deliver a $200 monthly boost to Social Security recipients through the rest of the year. Now, in 2025, they're reintroducing the same concept, and possibly just in time. So what does this bill propose? The core idea is simple: a temporary $200 increase to all Social Security checks every single month, from the time it's passed through the end of 2025. That means if you're currently receiving Social Security, whether it's retirement, SSDI, SSI, survivor benefits, or any other type, you would see an extra $200 per month added to your check for the rest of the year. This includes all Social Security beneficiaries. This bill has not yet passed. It's still in the proposal stage. Lawmakers are actively discussing it right now. It's a proposal that's gaining traction because, frankly, the need is obvious. Prices have skyrocketed in recent years. Inflation hit hard in 2022 and 2023, and while it's slowed down a bit now, millions of people on fixed incomes are still trying to catch up. The annual COLA, cost of living adjustment, just hasn't been enough. Many of us feel like $200 doesn't go as far as it used to, and that's absolutely true. Between rising rent, medical expenses, groceries, utilities, and gas, many Social Security recipients are struggling to stay afloat. Some advocates say the increase should be more like $350 to $400 per month just to account for what beneficiaries have lost to inflation over the past few years. Still, this proposal represents a major step forward, and the fact that it's being talked about at all shows that lawmakers are finally paying attention. For too long, people living on Social Security have been overlooked. This could be a signal that change is finally on the horizon. But here's the catch. Let's talk about the downside, because yes, there is one. If this $200 monthly increase gets approved and goes into effect immediately, it would feel like a lifeline. But what happens in 2026, when the temporary increase expires? Many people, maybe even you, would naturally become dependent on that additional $200. It would become part of your monthly budgeting, and then suddenly it could be gone. That's a real concern. If you begin to rely on that money and it's taken away after just a few months, it could actually make your financial situation worse in the long run. That's why some people are calling for this raise to be made permanent, or at the very least, extended into next year and beyond. We'll have to wait and see what lawmakers decide. As of right now, nothing has been passed. This is a proposed bill that still needs to go through all the usual channels: introduction, committee, floor vote, reconciliation, if needed, and ultimately be signed by the president. That depends entirely on how quickly Congress acts. If they move fast, and that's a big if, we could potentially see it passed within the next few months. However, if they sit on it, we might not see anything until late summer or fall. And if they really delay it, we could only get a few months' worth of benefit before 2026 hits and the increase expires. According to all available information, this would apply to all Social Security beneficiaries. That means retirees, people on SSDI, SSI recipients, and even survivors receiving Social Security checks. With elections always looming and campaign seasons heating up, it's fair to wonder if this proposal is political posturing, a way to win votes, gain support, or appear compassionate without actually delivering results. But even if it is, let's remember, if the pressure works and they follow through, we still win. If enough of us speak up and support this legislation, we can influence the outcome. So whether it's posturing or not, this proposal deserves attention. And your voice matters. While we wait to see what lawmakers do, there's something else you can take action on right now, especially if you're turning 65, retiring, moving, or enrolled in Medicare. We talk a lot about how tight budgets are for seniors, but one of the fastest and easiest ways to save money is by reviewing your Medicare plan. If you're currently on a Medicare supplement, also known as Medigap, there may be better options available, and you could save a lot of money just by switching to a more cost-effective plan. Thousands of people from this very community have already called and saved an average of $1,100 a year. Some even more. We'll keep tracking the Social Security Emergency Inflation Relief Act, and I'll continue updating you every step of the way. In the meantime, stay positive but cautious. Nothing is guaranteed until it's signed into law, but this could very well be a turning point for millions of Americans living on fixed incomes. Keep an eye on this proposal, speak out, contact your representatives if you feel strongly about it, and make sure you're getting the benefits you deserve. And remember, while we can't control what Congress does, we can control how we prepare. So review your finances, explore savings opportunities like Medicare plans, and most importantly, stay informed. Make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and leave a comment if you have questions or thoughts about this new proposal. I'll be reading through them and answering as many as I can. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next one.